more than one. Come on, guys. Dependent spring bean class objects to inject. That rises non-unique bean exception, which is nothing but ambiguity problem. What is the solution for ambiguity problem, guys? What is the solution for ambiguity problem? Can you respond? There are three solutions for ambiguity problem. By making one of the, by making dependent class as dependent spring bean as primary bean, primary dependent bean, either by using primary is equal to true or by using @ primary annotation, right? Super. Next, guys. Next one, by using qualifier annotation, boss. By taking the support of qualifier annotation, right? Next, by matching one dependent spring bean ID with @ auto void auto property name. I think already we discussed this, guys. We already discussed this. Primary is equal to true. Come on, everyone. Please move to your workspace. Where is your workspace? Switch workspace. 616, not 616. Sorry, wrong workspace is open. Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. It will get into that workspace. From there, we will come to our workspace. From there, we will come to our workspace, guys. Workspace, guys. NTSP6, right? NTSP64, guys. NTSP64. Okay, guys. Everyone now check. File upload option came in your chat box. File upload option came in your chat box, boss. Right. Not came. Okay, no problem. Tomorrow they will keep it. Tomorrow they will keep it. They have enabled for me, not for you people. They have enabled for me. Yes, guys. Tell me here, what is there? We can make one of the multiple possible dependent spring beans of a target class has a property. Target class as a property as the, tell me, target class has a property as the, okay, primary dependent bean. Primary dependent bean. Understanding my statement? Primary dependent bean. Array, listen. Until this chat box option is opened, you can send your error screens to my email account, or you can upload in the Facebook group. You want my email ID? I will give here. You want my email ID? I will give once again to you people. Don't panic when errors are coming. Errors are coming means somewhere your earlier practice is not good. Your earlier practice is not good. Okay, this is my email ID, boss. Please take it and use it. This is the email ID. Please take it, use it. Or you can keep in the Facebook group. Okay. Yeah, everyone please concentrate. Primary dependent spring bean. Spring bean. Using primary is equal to true attribute of XML bean tag, or using @primary annotation. Primary annotation. Now, what is the sample code, guys? I think yesterday I have given this example. Last class I have given this example. Application context.xml boss. Super. In primary is not there, what happened, boss? When primary is not there, what happened? Local date twice. Has a property type is also twice. Is there, right, boss? Okay. com.nt.client, injection test, right click, run as a Java application. Non-unique bean exception is coming or not? What is the solution one? Solution one, making one of the possible dependent bean as what? Primary bean. Primary is equal to true. Primary is equal to true. After that, you check once. Okay, we are getting output. Season is equal to winter season. After that, you check once. We are getting output. Season is equal to winter season. Super, guys. This is solution one, guys. So can I give sample code of solution one, boss? Can you give sample code of solution one? Yes, boss. This is my has a property. This is my has a property, boss. And later, what is there? Some business method is there. Here, some business method is there. Here is some business method is there. Closing floor bracket. Application context.xml, boss. Copy this, boss. Application context.xml, copy this. Now tell me here what is there. Application context.xml. What .xml file? Application context.xml. Here is my application context.xml. Tell me what will be there. Because of primary is equal to true, this will be injected to as a property or not. Because of primary is equal to 2. Because of primary is equal to 2. This is dependent spring bean will be injected. Spring bean will be injected. Will be injected. has a problem. This dependent spring bean will be injected to as a problem. Everyone understood my statement, boss? Okay, guys. What is the solution to working with qualifier annotation? Working with qualifier annotation. Working with qualifier annotation. Check it out, guys. Check it out. I am not keeping primary is equal to true in both beans, boss. Did I keep primary is equal to true in both beans? Click on it. We got exception. No unique bean definition exception again. Super. Now you go to season finder.java. On the top of the as a property, where auto void annotation is there, go to qualifier. Go to qualifier, right, boss? Go to qualifier. Which bean you want to inject? That will having a bean ID or not? That will be having one bean ID, DT1 or DTR. I want to inject DT1. I want to inject DT1. Super class. Injection test.java. Right click run as Java application. So what happened? Rainy season has come. Why rainy season has come? Can you tell me? Why rainy season has come? Okay. Why? Because DT1 I have injected. DT1 is having what? 10th month. 10th month means what, guys? Rainy season only. 10th month means what? Rainy season only. If you want to still can find what is injected. Okay. Injected. Okay. Local date object is DT. Injected local date object is date, was. Injected local date object is date. Check it out. What is coming? 2020 1030. 2020 1030 is available here or not? Suppose in qualifier I have taken DT. In qualifier I have taken DT. DT is the bean ID of this, which is holding system date and time. System date and time means right now we are in the summer or winter. I think we are in winter season. Till February, winter, March onwards, summer was. March onwards, summer, right? So now we are getting winter. See, current date and time is coming. Current date and time is coming. So here we are able to specify our choice required dependent bean ID or not. Okay. Our choice required dependent bean ID or not, boss? Okay. Tell me, boss. The required dependent spring bean ID must be passed to qualifier annotation. Okay. Which will be placed on the top of has a property along with auto void annotation. Auto void annotation. Here is the example, guys. Example code, guys. Here is the example code. Season finder was. Copy this. Season finder, guys, copy this. Yeah, here is my season finder. Okay, guys. Season finder, guys. Okay. Yeah, this is the story. Auto wide, quality. Here is my business method, guys. This is my business. End of this. Yeah, tell me application context.xml. Copy this. Okay. Here is my application context.xml. Application context.xml. Application context.xml. What is the bean ID I mentioned? DT, guys. So what happens, guys? Injects this local laptop date and tab. Okay. No, there's no need of telling with an XML or annotation. Either that or this. Either that or this. Am I telling through XML, guys? Am I telling through XML? These are RR options now, boss. Either that or this. Yes, na boss. Either or. Either that or not. Okay. People, great understanding, you know. Super boss. You are the great you are the great person for software industry. Different solution for ambiguity problem. I said what? Different solution. If you use common sense, you never get this question. Hayat Tafik. Okay. By asking that question, you proved that you don't have common sense. I said different solution, ABCs are given. Still, I need to give R and R. I'm living to your engineering graduation knowledge, boss. Different solution for ambiguity problem, I said. A, B, C I have given. Still, I need to write R and R. Okay. Hayat, are you going to tell the same reason to the interview room? In the interview room, are you going to tell the same reason? I joined lately. That day I missed class. That day I didn't do practicals. Then why are you telling cock and bull stories to me? Don't tell me. You have not used presence of mind, not used. That's it. Agree it. Yes, boss. Here is my what, guys? Paste. Here is my application context.xml, boss. Here is my application context.xml. Here is the date property. Okay. Super. Right, boss. Tell me. Injects this bean ID, this dependent spring bean who has a property because its bean ID, what bean ID? DT is specified. Its bean ID DT is specified. Comfortable, guys? Got the point, my dear? Convinced, my dear. Come on. Shall we go for it now? What is the third technique? By matching Rabo. This is the easiest one. But every time we cannot match, boss. That's the one more headache we are having. We cannot maintaining the same name, boss. We should maintain the same name. You should maintain the same name. Okay. Now let's see what is there. Let's see what is there. What is application context.xml? DT1 DT, right? DT1 DT. What is the as a property name? Date. So I'm taking the date, guys. For this one, I am giving the name date. For this one, I am giving the name date. Now I am removing qualifier also. This time, no qualifier, no primary. Okay. This time, no qualifier, no primary. Okay, but still injection will happen. Still the injection will happen, right? Injection test.java, Java application. 2010-30 rainy season. See, what is this 2020-10-30, guys? 2020-10-30. Yes, na boss? Okay. So why it is injected even though other one is local date time? Because this name and has a property name is matching. This name and has a property name matching. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Is it not very, very interesting, Rababu? Come on. So definitely it is interesting one, right? Okay. For this, here we need to take. Here we need to take. Here we need to take the one possible dependent Spring Bean ID matching with target Spring Bean class has a property name. Target Spring Bean class has a property name. Here we need to take, right? Target Spring Bean class has a property name. Okay. Example code, guys. Not only I am giving theoretical statement, I am giving code to you people. If you do practicals every day, come on. Okay. If you do practicals every day, okay, every line will be there in your brain. What do you say, boss? Will be there na, boss? So I'm not keeping theory separately, practical separately. Theory separately, practical separately. I hope you understood it. Okay, business method. Okay, tell me, is it, tell me, it's more of theory, it's more of core Java, more of Spring, boss. As of now, it's more of core Java. Little touch of Spring module, right? Little touch of Spring. I hope you realized it. Some people are saying, this is very difficult for me. This is difficult for you means your core Java is weak, boss. Strengthen your core Java, then you will enjoy Spring core, right? Core Java 80%, Spring 20% only. Because we are learning Spring core module, now things will be like this only. As we move to other modules, Spring percentage will increase. But what is the main motto? Loading class, creating object, assigning one object with another object, managing those objects. All these operations done by your container. All those operations are done by your container. Are you noticing it? In that process, these are the different things. Okay. Here is my application context.x. Application context.x. Application context.x. Copy this. Save it, guys. Tell me here, what is their date? What is their date? What is their date? Both are matching now, boss. Okay. Same name, guys. Tell me. Here, as a property name, in Spring Bean class, and one dependent has a property name in target Spring Bean class. And one dependent tell me, Spring Bean ID is matching. Is matching. So what happened? That object will be injected. That object will be injected. That object will be injected. Exception will not be raised anyhow. Exception will be raised. Is matching. Small mistakes, you don't worry. Super. But here I am giving one small statement, guys. Everyone listen carefully. By default, listen. By default, @auto wide tries to perform by type of auto wiring. By type mode of auto wiring. That means it will try to pick up the dependent based on the type of the, that means class name of the dependent Spring Bean. Essa nona. Based on the type of the dependent Spring Bean. That means class name of the dependent Spring Bean, guys. Type is important. So when you use solution 1, that means class name is data type of this dependent Spring Bean. When you use solution 1, it still uses by type mode of auto wiring only. It will perform auto wiring based on the by type mode, guys. Using by type mode, right? Super. Now, when we move to okay, solution 2 of ambiguity problem, solution 3 of ambiguity problem, it will do auto wiring in by name mode. Here it is going by bean IDs now, boss. It is going by bean IDs. That means it is going by name of the bean class. Name of the bean class object. Nothing but bean ID, right? Okay. Solution 3 what says? Date matching by name. Solution 2 what says? Bean ID should be mentioned in qualifier annotation. That means dependent is picked up based on the bean ID. So bean ID is nothing but object name, not the object type. It is object name. Bean ID internally becomes what? Object name. Esa nona. So here dependent is picked up based on what? By name or by type. Dependent is picked up based on by name or by type. By name, by ID, by name. Yeah, what's the conclusion, guys? What's the conclusion? Conclusion. By default, @auto wide picks up its dependent Spring Bean. Spring Bean to inject to has a property of as a property of target spring bean class. Target spring bean class based on its property type. Based on its property type, guys. That means class name or class name of the as a property. Yes, now boss. That's the point number 1 in the conclusion. Point number 2. Point number 2. If you use the solution 1 of ambiguity problem, one of the ambiguity problem. What is their problem? What is that? Primary is equal to true or at the rate primary. At the rate primary. Tell me. Also performs auto wiring using, come on guys, using by type mode. What mode, guys? By type mode. It is also picking up dependent based on the type only, na? Though you said primary is equal to true, but type matching it will go for what? Next, the solution 3. The solution 2, 3 of ambiguity problem, guys. Problem. Problem. I need not write qualifier and other things. Sorry. What is that? Uses. What is there? Uses. By name mode while performing the auto wiring. What wiring, guys? Auto wiring. By name mode while performing the auto wiring. What do you mean by name, guys? Picks up the dependent based on the given bean ID or matching bean ID. Yes or no, boss? Picks up the dependent based on the given bean ID or matching the bean ID. Or by matching the bean ID. Everyone understanding my statement, boss? I hope you thoroughly enjoyed these statements, boss. Perfect knowledge, you got it? Okay. Crystal clear? Okay. By name, by type. By name is one terminology, by type is another terminology. You understood what is the meaning of by name and by type? Super. Okay, now listen, guys. Now, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I use all the 3 techniques, but tell me. I use all the 3 techniques, but each technique uses a separate bean ID, separate dependent bean. What will be the final dependent bean that will be injected to as a property? That means primary is equal to true chooses dependent spring bean 1. Qualifier chooses dependent spring bean 2. Okay. Name matching chooses dependent spring bean 3. But at a time only one can be injected, right? At a time only one can be injected. So out of 3, which one will be picked up? The reason qualifier one will be picked up. That's why qualifier is having higher priority. That's the reason qualifier is having what? Best one. That's why qualifier is the best one. Are Pavan Kumar Maddi fellow, I am only committing qualifier one and you slowly type primary is equal to true. Listen class ra waste fellow. I declared qualifier and you are still typing primary is equal to true, boss. That means you are not listening class, my dear. I already committed answer and you are still choosing wrong answer. Yes or no, na? Okay. Alexa. Alexa, activate balcony central light. Okay. Super, guys. Let's have a look on this. Okay. At the rate, first of all, what I do is I will take one more bean, guys. One more bean. Year date, year DT1. DT1 pointing to 2010-30, right? Super. Tell me, boss. Of 2021. Okay. Sixth month. Sixth month means summer, right? Okay. Fifth month, 30th date. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. 23rd date. Super, boss. Now check it out. Date. Third one is gone for whom? Third one is gone for whom? Name matching. Third technique is gone for third approach. At the rate qualifier DT1. At the rate qualifier DT1. DT1. Super na boss. Super. Next. Application context.xml. Here primary is equal to true. Here primary is equal to true. Okay. By type, by name. So out of all these things, which one will get the priority? Okay. Actually, you expect exception should come, right, boss? Java application. What is injected, guys? 2020-10-30. 2020-10-30. Where is 2020-10-30? 2010-30. What is there? DT1. DT1 is mentioned where? In qualifier. DT1 is mentioned where? In qualifier. Right now, boss? So highest priority has come to what? Qualifier one or not? Yes, na boss? Okay. Question and answer, boss. What is the question? What is the question, guys? If you use all the three solutions at a time, if you use all the three solutions at a time to solve the ambiguity problem, okay. So by injecting three different spring beans. By injecting three different spring beans. Can you tell me which dependent spring bean will be injected as the final one? Will be injected as the final bean, final dependent spring bean. Final dependent spring bean. Final dependent spring bean. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Answer. What is the answer, my dear? The qualifier solution to the qualifier solution to spring bean specified dependent spring bean will be injected as the final spring. Will be injected as the final spring. I hope you convinced it, my dear. Got it? Enjoyed this one thoroughly. Super. Are Ankush, can you listen the class clearly? Already primary is equal to true is taken for the first one. Second one is mentioned in qualifier. Ankush, you need to increase your focus. Third one is name matching. That means all three solutions are there. But still priority has come to whom, guys? Still the priority has come to whom, guys? Qualifier. So somehow spring container is giving much priority to qualifier spring bean. Much priority to qualifier spring bean. Okay. Tell me example code, guys. Example code. People are not listening, not observing the changes, not listening the practicals properly. Don't just see the lines. Try to feel the code. You can feel the code when you do practicals. If you don't feel the code, it looks like Sari is doing some magic. Don't feel my changes as magic. You do practicals, every change you can feel it. The people who have done practical, are you able to feel my changes? Are you able to feel my changes, guys? Say something, my dear. Copy these, guys. See, if you don't do practicals, what's the problem now? Okay. You feel small change also, I'm going fast. Window opening, closing also looks very fast. Sham, why are you feeling I'm fast, you know? Because you have not even opened Eclipse IDE so far. Sham, you are feeling fast. You are feeling fast means you have not opened IDE, you have not written single line of code. Problem is not from my side, problem is your side. Because you are not habituated to Eclipse. You are not habituated to Windows of the Eclipse. Simple thing. You know Windows operating system. Someone is operating that machine in front of you. It looks like you know it, right? Okay. You don't know Linux operating system. Someone is operating that Linux machine in front of you. It looks like a magic, right? Same thing with Eclipse IDE. Guys, please come out of your college style of learning. I will listen for marks. I will listen for exam pass out. This is not going to work out. Okay, na? Super. New remains new until you make it old, boss. Saujanya Sate, from last 10 days, every day I'm sharing Google Classroom. And still you are asking a super, boss. So why are you continuing in this batch? Wait for the next batch now, boss. If you are not able to come regularly, already so many obstacles are there in our batch. One day my health issue, one day network issue, one day my company issue. And still you are asking me every day Google Classroom. That means you are not at all regular. I will give in-depth subject, Ra Babu, to bear me from your side also. Cooperation is required. To bear me from your side also, cooperation is required. I don't do anything, but I should get the subject. Not going to happen. And I don't want to smuggle the subject, boss, right? Okay. This date, this date. Okay. What will be injected? This will be injected. You don't do extra example. You practice these things only, Ra. Right, guys. Tell me. The qualifier bean will be injected. Qualifier DT1. DT1 based dependent spring bean will be injected. I hope you are understanding my statement. Super, guys. Tell me, next question. Why at the rate qualifier based solution is the best solution? Best solution for, tell me, guys, best solution for solving the ambiguity problem. Solving the ambiguity problem. Any guesses, guys? Solving the ambiguity problem. Okay. Any guesses why it is the best solution? Why is the best solution? Okay. Number one, it performs biname mode of auto wiring. Mode of auto wiring by taking the dependent spring bean ID. By taking the dependent spring bean ID, right? By taking the dependent spring bean ID. So next, number two, guys. If all the solutions of solving ambiguity problem, what is that? Ambiguity. Solving ambiguity problem. Are applied at once, at a time, okay, at a time, then the qualifier solution gets the priority. Solution selected, dependent spring bean will be injected as the final bean. Final dependent spring bean. Number three, guys. Tell me, what is number three, boss? What is number three? Okay. If needed, we can pass the dependent spring bean ID to at the rate qualifier from the properties file to achieve the loose coupling. Understanding my statement? Array, this is there means one parameter is there, Rababu. Use brain, Rababu. One parameter is there, right? Okay. From the properties file, you achieve the loose coupling, right? Loose coupling. Loose coupling means what? Degree of dependency is less or not? Right now, I'm future discussion, guys. This is future discussion. Future discussion. In future, we are going to discuss this. Discussion. This is future discussion. This is future discussion. Everyone understanding my statement? Super. Okay, guys. Which one has got second priority? No such thing, guys. Second, third priority, you don't worry. Why? Because what is finally injected, that is important. Okay, guys. Listen, guys. All Spring Bean IDs within an IOC container must be unique. Is a right statement or wrong statement? Can we take duplicate bean IDs for 2 Spring Beans, guys? Can we give duplicate bean IDs for 2 Spring Beans? Can we give duplicate bean IDs for 2 Spring Beans? Okay. Question. Can we give duplicate bean IDs for 2 Spring Beans? Bean IDs for 2 Spring Beans. Can we give duplicate bean IDs for 2 Spring Beans? No. Answer no. Answer no. Okay. The bean IDs of Spring Bean must be unique within the IOC container. Within the IOC container. Yes or no, na boss? The bean IDs of Spring Bean must be unique within the IOC container. Unique, boss. Array, they are object names, na boss. Otherwise, definitely exception will be raised, guys. Question. What is the default bean ID? Bean ID for Spring Bean. What is the default bean ID for Spring Bean? Yes, guys. This is very interesting. Listen carefully. In annotation-driven configuration, okay. Qualifier is reusable. What do you mean by qualifier reusable? Your question is not clear, boss. Qualifier is reusable means what? You can use multiple places, no problem. Wherever auto-hide is there, wherever you feel ambiguity problem is there, you can apply this. You can use qualifier or multiple as a properties. Yeah. Okay, now listen, guys. Here I have not given bean ID, boss. What is the default bean ID, you know? What is the default bean ID, you know? The class name, first letter, lowercase. The class name, first letter is lowercase. The class name, first letter is lowercase. Season finder. Injection test, Java application. Output is there now, boss. Default bean ID in annotation driven environment is what, guys? Class name, boss. Class name, first letter is in lowercase. Class name, first letter is in lowercase. If no bean ID is given. That is the default bean ID, right? Okay. Super. On one has a property, one qualifier, guys. On one qualifier. Okay. On multiple has a property, multiple qualifier. But on one has a property, only one qualifier. That's be quite meaningful, right? Okay. Now everyone come back. In XML driven configuration, boss. Suppose let me try to get this, guys. Okay. Now listen. I have not given bean ID. Achha, now problem is injection itself problem. Huh? Injection gives headache, it seems. Injection gives headache. Okay, let's not use qualifier. Let's not use qualifier. Let's not use primary. Okay. Let's not use primary. Okay. Let's not use primary. Let's not go for 1 minute. Let's not go for injection itself. Let's not call the method. Let's not go for injection. Temporarily, I am not doing those things. Let's not call business method also. Let's not call business method. Okay. Now listen. Only for knowledge sake, this point is very important. No bean ID here. No bean ID here. No bean ID here. Cool. But same class is there thrice. Local date, local date, local date. Same class is there 3 times. Agree with me. Try to call get bean method on it. Local date, LDT. Local date, CTX dot get bean. CTX dot get bean. Tell me what is there. What is the bean ID I should pass? Do I have any bean ID here? Not there. In this situation, what do you know? Fully qualified class name #0 for the first one. Same class na #1. Same class na #2. Check it out. Fully qualified class name. Java dot time dot local date #0. Sys out LDT. Now check it out. Run as Java application. Forget about that also. Forget about that also. Such bean. Java dot time dot local date timer. No, only local time. Local date only. Only local date only. Run as Java application. Kema. Today's date. That means first one. This is taken now, boss. This is the first one. Now means this is taken. Okay. Now take #1. Now you look at #1. 2020 10:30. Second one is taken. Order. Available order was. Second one is taken. 2. Third one is taken. 2021 5:23. Kema, not Kema. 2021 5:23. Kema, not Kema. Suppose I have not given these hash numbers. Just given just this number. Save it. Injection test. Java application. First one is taken na? Okay. Only for first one you can give #0 without that. Only for first one you can give #0 or without that. Yes or no na? Right, guys. In annotation, this much hangama is not there. In annotation driven configurations. In annotation driven configurations. The default bean ID is hash 0 will be taken. Class name having first letter lowercase. Array day to day your confidence is increasing in the sub in lowercase. Class name having first letter in lowercase. Example. What is this? Public class season finder. Public class season finder. @ component SF. Not given. Okay. What is the default bean ID, guys? The default bean ID is tell me, season finder. Because here I have not given bean ID. Here I have not given bean ID, right? Super. Tell me, in XML driven configuration, the default bean ID is fully qualified class name, or fully qualified class name #n. Class name #n. Fully qualified class name #n. Got it? Application context.xml boss. Copy this boss. Paste, guys. Paste it. $8,000. Pasted, guys. Tell me, what's the default bean ID here? Default bean ID is java.time.local_date or java.time.local_date #0. Local_date #0. Tell me, boss. This is a #1. Default bean ID is. Here also, what is that? Default bean ID is. All these are for knowledge sake, guys. Generally, we give bean ID. We are just telling for interview sake. We are just learning for knowledge. Convinced, boss? Yeah, by default it is taken. Date 2, date 1, 0. But here 2 options, guys. Without 0, with 0. With 1, with 2. Suppose this is kept first, guys. For this one, 0. Next second, next one, next. Enjoyed thoroughly, guys. Got the point, my dear. Got the clarity, boss. Come on, everyone. Yes, boss. #0, it's not. #0, boss. 0 is optional only for the first one, not for remaining things. Top to bottom order. Purely top to bottom. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Practice these things. At right time, I will give one more assignment. Okay. Rinak, any company is asking 20K or 30K. That's a fake. If they have project, listen. If they have a project, they don't need money from the job seeker. Okay. What you will do by joining company whom job project is not there? If someone is asking to pay money to get project with this security, all these are bullshit. Fake companies, don't entertain them. Don't entertain them. Thank you, boss. Have a nice time. Now, you mailed my admin saying that faculty is not helping to solve your problem. First of all, did you put your problem to me? Last warning. You go me to the next continuing in this batch. You are not supposed to continue in this batch according to your mail that you kept to the admin. Intel can use, guys, but this is very important. This is very Eclipse is more popular one. Eclipse is